Welcome, traveler. You must speak the ancient words to... Nah, just messing with you. You ready to play some D&D?
His son is Emilio Estevez, for God's sake.
Yeah, he's a young gun. Come on.
Who's the other one?
Charlie Sheen.
Everybody's got one of those.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a Charlie Sheen.
But the Mighty Ducks cancels out everything.
Welcome to the party in this episode of D20 The Curtain, where Oklahoma Theater Geeks hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons and Dragons. What's up, West Wingers? How's everybody doing?
Oh.
I never actually saw West Wing.
You've never
so
watched
good.
Wrestling?
No.
In the world, did
good.
you just say?
I never
What?
watched it. I don't know.
Oh, it's so good.
Leave
It
this
took me
house.
years.
Wait, I don't even know what we're
I
talking
just
about
like
anymore.
fantasy. I feel like I just want to.
Oh, it's a fantasy, baby.
Right now,
It's a fantasy.
It's delicious.
Let us introduce the crew. I'm Charlie, otherwise known as Jerome, your dungeon master.
I'm Timothy. I play Allie.
I'm Kara. I play Nesrin.
I'm Jennifer, and I'm Eula Reed.
I'm Jared. I'm Jaide.
And I'm Jody, and I play Lapis.
And welcoming back our friend, social media and marketing manager, and West Wing fanatic, and our friend, Miss Susan Riley. How you doing, Susan?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here again.
Yeah.
Woo!
And talented actress.
Oh, you guys.
And she's playing our Mirabelle.
Yeah.
We'll be getting to our game in just a few minutes, but before that, we have a few announcements we will want to make. First of all, we want to thank the community that is listening up in the Buckeye State. All our folks in Ohio.
Oh.
Thank you, Ohio.
Hi, Chatty. Hi, Scotty.
Yes, for sure. And then we want to thank the amazing community of listeners developing in the Kingdom of Belgium.
We love your waffles.
Oh.
I love your ale.
Wow.
Belgium.
Anytime
Beautiful
you
voice.
mention
Oh,
Yes,
chocolate.
yes,
Some
yes.
chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, I like your chocolates too.
Belgian
Your chocolate on your
Yes.
waffles.
A Belgian chocolate
Ooh.
waffle.
Drizzle.
That's a thing.
I like it when your monks make booze.
We also have a few shout outs. What we got, folks?
Shout out to Star Madman for your review. Thank you so much, Star Madman. We love you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a shout out to Dungeon Masters Dojo.
Yes.
They also left a review. Big thanks for that. You guys rock.
Super
Check 'em out.
valuable information. A great podcast and very valuable to fledgling and experienced dungeon masters. It's a great place to go and kind of sharpen your skills and build yourself as a storyteller. So check them out.
Do it.
Now.
I want to give you a heads up about something we've got coming up in the next few weeks. We'll be doing another behind the curtain episode where we focus in on our characters and our players. We're going to sit these guys down, ask them intense questions about their characters, their backstories, about where they're planning for these characters to go. And we want to hear from you. Please feel free to send your questions, thoughts, concerns, suggestions to us via email at community@d20thecurtain.com, at our Facebook account at D20thecurtain. Send it to us via Twitter, or you can go to our website at d20thecurtain.com and leave a voicemail. There are a million ways to reach us, so please send us your thoughts, send us your questions. We want to share them with the players and give them a chance to let you know more about their characters and what they're doing, so we're excited about that. Also, we want to let you know about an exciting one-shot opportunity we have coming up. We'll be running a one-shot created by an amazing young woman named Harper Corley called Harper's Tale, a forced adventure of hope and redemption. I found out about this over Twitter, and we've been so excited to work with them and get a chance to run this as a one-shot, and we're running it for players 16 and under. So if you know an adventurer who is 16 or under, please have them send us a voicemail at our website, d20thecurtain.com, list their name, their age, and why they love Dungeons and Dragons. And they may be the next player for our special one-shot of Harper's Tale. So that's pretty cool. Guys.
Yeah, I'm excited
that's
about
awesome.
It
that.
is awesome.
Woohoo.
Having said all of that, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Get back to our story.
Okay.
Okay,
Back to the dungeon.
Fungus among us.
let's bring the curtain up. When last we met, Allie, Eula, Jaide, Lapis, and Mira ventured into the caves to the hatchery in order to rescue Nesrin from the cult of the dragon. After formulating their version of a plan, the party discovers a warning in the form of Nesrin's disguise and her book. The party is undeterred and soon set upon by cultist guards, which they dispatch before moving even further into the caves. Nesrin wakes to find herself face to face with Langdedrosa Cyanrath and a mysterious cult leader called Fulum Mondath. Nesrin is able to deny the cultists any useful information, but unfortunately, her defiance does not go unnoticed, turning the encounter violent. Despite Cyanrath's brutal tactics, Nesrin continues to stay silent and even injures the half-dragon in the process. Weary of her stalemate with Nesrin, Frulum decides to test her captive's resolve, threatening another prisoner, a young girl with braided red hair who bears a striking resemblance to Mira. Nesrin reveals her knowledge of Lias and Elanthar, but must watch in horror as Frulum's hungry blade slices in to her young captive. Searching for Nesrin, the party discovers themselves in a room filled with large fungi when Mira accidentally triggers a trap, which sets the group on a course for a dangerous encounter. I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh. I rolled a 20.
You rolled a 20?
Yeah.
Natural 20?
Yeah, I think that's, I don't know if I've ever rolled a natural 20. I don't know if I've rolled one in this game yet.
Okay, so 25 to 20.
Me.
B.
Oh, well, it's 24, I guess. With
Okay.
the, yeah.
20 to 15.
Me, Lapis. It was a 19, and I was like, oh.
Oh.
I'm so happy for
I
you.
was like, oh, I almost got the 20.
15 to 10.
No, I was 15. I maybe I said me the same time as Lapis.
Ah, okay.
13 for Allie.
That's not bad. 10 to 5.
5.
It's better than a 1.
All right. Hey, that's a 15. That's not terrible.
That's what the fungus rolled. Fungus rolled.
What?
They got a minus.
A big one.
Yay!
Yeah, they
That
do. They're
sucks.
fungus. They're not very dexterous.
They don't have those, any opposable fungi.
Or do they?
They might.
All right, yeah. Okay. Jade, you're up, man.
I guess I'm going to attack the fungus with my staff.
All right.
Unless there's a way to
Did the fungus start attacking us?
It's just started to move and to kind of come to life. It hasn't officially attacked any.
Is it threatening?
Let me sneak past it.
It's tentacles and these root feelers that are coming out from the base and reaching out as Eula and Mira fall. It starts to reach towards them, coming to life.
Well, then I'll stop that from happening with a swing of my staff,
Go ahead and
Stop.
just to limit the negotiations.
the negotiation options.
Stop that.
You don't know what
Go
languages
ahead
I
and roll
speak.
your. Go ahead and roll your attack.
21.
21 hits.
Gracious. D6 plus.
Good rolls here.
Impressive.
I don't know too bad it's against fungus.
I guess I just need to be tired all the time.
Because we didn't do a dice plus.
7.
Bye-bye, fungus.
That's maybe that's what it was.
Yes.
I guess.
Thander does not
Uh,
like any of us but Eula, really.
7 damage.
Right.
Because I hit it with
So-
one hand.
You just jumped over a rolling Mira. She's kind of coming down the the ramp like a ball. You could have hopped over her out of the way, and then what are you doing?
I'm slapping that tentacle that seemed to be reaching for them. I'm just smacking it. It's like a kid reaching for a piece of candy. In his grandma's purse. Yeah.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh,
Yeah.
piece of candy.
Bad fungus.
Stop it. Yeah.
Smacked his hand away. The tentacle pulls back from the impact, but continues to move about. It animated and coming to life. Lapis, you're up.
Is the fungus like coming towards them, or is it just going la la la?
It's not uprooting itself at this point. It's the tentacles have started to move, and they've focused in on these two creatures that have bumped it.
They look like they should be in front of a used car lot.
Kind of.
I don't know if I want to instigate a fight with fungus though, because there's a lot of it. I'm gonna tell everybody that I think we need to like go and move on.
I like this idea.
That we need to get out of the way. Can I use an action to pick them both up and get them standing? Because I'm assuming they're prone.
They are both prone. You could certainly make it available to help them or to lift her up. Mira's right after you, by the way.
Oh, she is.
I'm ready to sneak away too.
I'm nervous about provoking the fungus.
And don't provoke.
I'm not provoking the fungus. I'm not provoking the fungus.
Is your character exclaiming that?
Yes.
I'm not provoking a fungus.
I'm not provoking a fungus. I'm not provoking a.
We love fun guys.
I'm not provoking a fungus. Is how Lapis would say that.
I love it.
Yeah, that seems like a like a bad battle move. I'm going to wave Allie. I'm going to tell Allie, get down here fast. We got to go. And I'm going to pull Jaide out of the way of the fungus tentacles.
Jaide?
Well, he's slapping it with his stick.
Okay, I'm just checking. Mira and Eula are down on the ground. I mean, they're prone.
Oh well.
Okay.
I was just swatting away the one.
Yeah, I need to stop that.
Yeah.
Quit provoking the fungus.
It started it.
It started just by waving at you.
Do you move at all?
I'm not gonna move till everyone else does. I mean, I'm willing to position myself between the prone figures and the fungus, but
Okay.
to protect them, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get myself fucking
Before you even
killed.
get to laying to
So you
Dress.
move to about here?
Not that close to the fungus.
I just want to be sure that I know where you're going. Okay.
Yes, we're like all up in the fungus. Yeah, I'll protect them till they can get up.
Well, you said between, and the only way I could put you between was to put you there, but how's that?
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Adjacent.
Very nervous.
Is that your turn?
That'll be my turn.
Okay.
I'm not provoking the fungus.
When's Lapis gonna play? Just kidding. This is all Jody right now.
Mira, you're up.
Okay, so I want to get up. I want to, tell me how much of a turn I can take, but I want to sneak forward, creeping past the fungus down towards the next room. Ish.
Do you want to continue down this path?
Yes.
Would you like to roll for tough act and tenactin?
You can move about 15 feet
Oh no.
after you stand.
Okay.
That takes us to Allie.
Allie burst out laughing at the sight of Mira rolling like a ball and knocking over Eula. and and just the fungus. And this is the first time Allie has really laughed since before the barn fire that you've heard him. And I'm just going to continue laughing, and I'm going to go along the ledge to the left, I believe.
Okay.
Working my way towards that other path where the body is thrown.
Okay.
And actually, I'll use my more movement to continue
You dash.
to dash. And can I jump off? It's 10 feet.
Yeah, you probably had another 10 feet to go. You're already there, and then to move your dash action, you probably use another
To just
another 20 feet. But
yeah,
you
so
can
I'm
jump
gonna
down.
be, and I'm just laughing and having a good time.
Where are you trying to jump to?
Just down to that path where the body has been thrown.
So near the body?
Yeah,
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Don't jump into the fungus.
that's why I'm going down the other path.
He's gotta loot that body.
Yeah.
There's fungus on all sides.
Oh, okay. 14.
All right, you jump down off of the drop off, the about 10 feet. With a 14, you get dangerously close to the fungus. In fact, you move the fungus with just the kind of momentum of your body and the air that is produced when you hit the ground. Nothing happens.
Okay.
That takes us to the fungus's turn. Okay. Okie
Does
dokie.
he
So,
have a name?
Us.
well, there are 4 of them, and they are
Gus.
fungi.
Gus.
And
So they're-
I'm going to go ahead
they're
and roll
fraternity brothers.
one
If they're fun guys and they're fraternity brothers.
Here's my friend,
Yeah.
Fun Gus.
D4 after that. He gets at least 1 attack. This guy is going to get multi-attack, and he's going to get 3. That's an 18 on Mira. That's a 19 on Mira. That's a 17 on Mira.
I don't know what that means.
Those are all attacks. Your armor class is probably lower than that.
Probably. I'm looking.
Yep.
Did I just die?
No.
Just to see if any
No,
of them hit.
You did not
The
just
very
die.
top.
Armor.
It looks like a little shield. Yeah, to the right.
14.
Good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
But that was just
All
gotta
right.
roll damage to see.
All right. Whoa. That's. Woo.
Yeah.
That is 18 points of necrotic damage.
Ah.
So you'll take 18 with all of the attacks of that first guy.
18 points.
From the
Oh,
The fungus?
This next guy is going to come after Eula.
Where are you at? How many hit points do you have?
That's 16.
I have 3 left.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's 13 and the 6. No, that's Eula.
It's all miss.
All?
Yeah, my AC's 18.
Okay.
Clerics, baby.
This guy is going to move. He is going to get, what is that? 1 attack. That's a 1. Mira, tentacles moving into you, hitting you with this almost instantly sick feeling as the tentacles and these feelers touch you. This root-like organism coming to life, immediately making you realize this is more dangerous than you once thought. You watch as its fellow reaches out towards Eula, misses. Even as she's on the ground, she's simply just dexterous and moving away from it. You've pulled further away into the room as the additional fungi tries to attack you, misses. Finally, this is a 4. So he gets 4 attacks. That's 16 plus, so that's 18 to hit.
That hits.
That's a 20. Natural 20.
Who is this?
And that's a 2. Eula. I'm gonna go ahead and roll your damage. That's an 8. That's a 2. That's a 5. 15.
This is necrotic, though, right?
Yes.
I think I'm.
What all does the necrotic mean?
Necrotic is a type of damage. It's like death magic.
So I can't just pull out my herbalism kit and slap some lavender on it, can I?
Well, I mean, you can get healed, but it just has a sickly connotation to it, and there are some people who are more vulnerable to that specific type of damage than others. I don't think you will be.
15, you said?
Yeah, 15.
So I take half that.
Oh,
Okay. Make note of it. These you guys are getting tagged with these fungi and their feelers and rooters and what was originally kind of a funny set of circumstances. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Eula, you're up.
Okay.
Lapis is over here like, I
I told you. Run the fuck out.
Are we in the dark?
It's a relatively dark room, yes. There's a little bit of light coming from behind you in the room where you just left, but that's mostly the long distant light from the front.
I am going to yell at Lapis and Mira to run. Is the aisle that kind of runs alongside, do I have to climb up to it?
No, you could skirt around this perimeter,
Okay.
or you could follow the path that Mira's already on.
Don't do what I did.
I'm not going to leave you to, get smushed by fungus. Okay. I'm going to move my 15 feet so
Okay.
that I'm alongside Mira.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, I'm not going to leave her by herself. I'm going to blast the fungus nearest us with a Sacred Flame, which is a DC 14 dexterity save.
Okay. That's a 3, so that fails for sure.
That's a full 8 points of damage.
Okay. When you get over there and the two of you connect, Mira has taken this damage but remained relatively still. Make an insight check, both of you. Mira and Eula.
5.
6.
Really?
The sad puppy look on your face right now.
This is one of the things I'm good at.
It is?
That was with a +3.
God.
Oh man.
The tentacles, the feelers are rooting around They
Rooting
don't.
around.
They don't switch automatically as you move. However, there's continual movement on them as they seek out your vibration, your scent, your whatever it is they're holding on to. Anything else you want to do before your turn's over, Eula?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a spell slot. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Mira.
Okay.
Mira, you get 7 points of healing.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Jade, you're up.
Cool. I'm going to grab whoever's by me. Can I just kind of like with my arms and staff just kind of start moving in a direction and collecting people as I'm a broom?
Sure. Give it a shot.
Start kind of pushing people in one direction.
Give it a shot.
Like a big push broom.
What is your aim?
To move them towards what I believe is the exit.
And which way is that for you? Is it the way that the ladies are already going?
The way that where you've indicated that the exit is.
Yeah, that's my question. Mira and Eula are already halfway across the room ahead of you, closer to the exit.
Right.
Are you following Mira and Eula, or are you trying to get them to go over in the direction where Allie is?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So the opposite direction that they're headed?
So here's the deal. Yeah, they're headed the opposite direction. Okay, what I'd like you to do then is make a nature check first.
Oh, cool. Now my rolls are going to suck. Yep, because that's a natural 1. So 3.
You realize that Allie is unattacked and seems to be fine over in where he is. But beyond that, it was such a funny, carefree moment a little while ago, and now it doesn't feel so good. So you're a little bit panicky.
Cool.
You don't know what the best choice would be, but you know that these fungi are far more dangerous than you anticipated.
Cool. Can I use a bonus action?
Sure.
I'm gonna look in my bag. That's not gonna be 2 separate actions, is it? If I look in my bag for something.
Well, tell me what you're trying to do, and let's figure that out.
And I'm gonna throw something.
Okay. All right. Sure. Feel free.
I'm just gonna see what happens.
Okay.
It's a grapefruit. He just throws a grapefruit.
Let's say that I have a piece of some bacon from breakfast. I'm gonna toss it.
Are these like Doberman pigs?
Yeah. You know, the smell of meat. I'm gonna just throw it. Past
Expression
Eula,
not on Jill's
past
face.
Eula and Mira, just to see.
I have sausage in my
Alright, just-
pocket as well.
you know,
Will that
maybe-
I'm
help?
curious to see how it turns out. So you root in your bag.
From breakfast.
You feel just to see how this goes. So Jade, you root around in your bag. You're
It's a
looking
loud
for
piece of bacon, too.
anything. You come across the occasional, odd piece of string, the ties for your hand wrapping that you use in combat. You come across an odd piece of jewelry with an opal on it. You find wrapped up in a piece of parchment paper, a couple of pieces of bacon. Looks like the good thing to use. So
It's a heavy piece of bacon.
It's the thick
Sure.
center.
It's the, oh yeah.
Applewood smoke.
Are you gonna keep it in the parchment paper?
Yeah, let's keep it in we'll keep it in the paper too. Add some. I'm trying to see I'm gonna see if the fungus reacts to anything.
So just make an athletics check to see where you end up throwing it.
Jesus. Might need you to bless that dice. That's a 2.
You throw it, and it lands at the foot of Mira. Like it literally
cool.
lands at
It was
her
a Jody
feet.
throw. You just kind
The tentacles move in on the location where the movement has occurred. It doesn't take anything for you and Eula to realize that it senses the movement. It can feel the vibration in the space. And while it doesn't go after the bacon, it is tied into your location. I want both of you to make a stealth check. Just a straight roll. Both Eula and Mira.
God, I'm so sorry if my bacon fucked things up.
Bacon never fucks things up.
22. Oh, sorry.
What did you say?
Natural 1.
Did I just transfer you my 1 when you blessed it?
We're gonna be killed by mushrooms.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about getting back to Nesrin. Mira, you super still, realizing instantly it's the movement. That's what they're seeing.
Thanks to my bacon.
As you do, you see the bacon. Turn your head to Eula, who is like, it must be
the bacon dance.
I think it's standing still. I think that's what does it. And she's like, yay, we figured it out. And immediately the fungus veer in on her position.
Oh!
I'm so sorry.
Jade, that's your turn. Lapis, you're up.
Have I also noticed that they respond to movement?
Sure.
Okay, good.
Let's give you guys all the information you could use at this
I was gonna
point.
say we're gonna need it because I have 0 stealth. I am going to tell them we need to get out of here fast, and I am going to. So Jade hasn't moved at all.
Jade's still in the same location.
Is he within reach of me? Without me, but if I slowly reach over,
Like you couldn't reach his hand.
could I reach his anything? Could I reach his hair and clothes, a belt, no? Okay.
Well, he has a
By the
staff.
look on your face, I'm gonna say no.
He has a staff. I don't know what you mean by anything. Can you reach his staff?
like his staff, or
Sure.
Yeah, I have my staff out.
how far away is the wall from the fungus?
It's about it's between 12 and 15 feet.
I am going to very slowly, with glaive out, back towards the wall and towards the door. So
Well, you have
a
30 feet of
circly
movement.
Loop-de-loop.
Toward the door, as in
I'm trying to make my way the door towards Mirabelle and
where they already are.
Eula.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and make a stealth check.
Ugh, and I have to
At
roll that with
disadvantage.
disadvantage. 5.
All right, wall.
Oh my God.
You back your way up to the wall, and you are making your way back with what I assume is extending your glaive out horizontally in front of you.
I'm at
And
the ready.
giving yourself a wide berth, although the tentacles find you, focus in on your body. They do not attack at this moment.
But I would like to move towards Eula and Mira. I'm going to try and block them, basically.
Sure, I got you.
Getting them behind me, guarding them.
I'm just saying, Mira, you're up.
Okay, so Lapis is in front of me now, yes?
She's between you and the fungus.
Are there any rocks around me or items?
Love the bacon.
I mean, I do have
There's-
sausage and...
There's bacon
outta
at your
here.
feet. There are a few odd rocks on the perimeter, places, loose stones in the walls of the cavern itself.
Are we close to being out of fungus range?
You probably got another, I'd say 20 feet, 30 feet.
Okay, I'm going to channel my inner Katniss Everdeen. I have a short bow. I want to shoot across the room and see if I can make noise or vibrations that way, so they will go
All right.
that way.
You can use your action to make that attack. Tell me where you want to fire.
Away from us. I don't want them going towards Allie, so I don't want to shoot like over there, but I want them away from us. I want to make noise, hit something across the room that's going to make noise or action.
You've just heard
Diversion.
You've just heard Allie jump down the 10 feet into this part of the room. You don't know exactly where he is, but your guess is to shoot directly opposite of your location might be the best chance, particularly if you could hit a wall or even hit one of the fungus, a part of the fungus itself. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay, so 17 plus 5. 22.
That definitely hits. Where do you want it? Wall into one of the funguses over there? Are you trying to go up and down?
If I hit the farthest fungus away from us.
Sure. Are you asking me if you can do that?
Yeah.
You absolutely can.
Okay, let's go for that.
And with that hit, you're able to just get a pinpoint laser through. It's the bolt arcs up over the body of the fungus groups, hits an actual fungus. There's stillness. Nothing happens. The minute you roll down this ramp, these fungus came to life. They became active. Over there, you hit one, and it's been silent.
I need to run away. I need to run away now.
She can dash, can't she?
But it's gonna feel me. How do I dash?
I'm gonna, just for the sake of this storytelling, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
You got prim little feet.
I do a 19.
19.
Yeah.
Skirting this outside wall on the perimeter. It is so close to a tentacle. A tentacle moves right into your space, but luckily you stop, let it move past you, and recover around it. Ode to a Grecian urn, your body is a dance cavalcade as you're making your way past these tentacles towards the outer perimeter and just outside of the reach of the closest fungus. Allie, you're up.
Okay, I use my 30 feet of movement and I get towards the body that Lapis threw.
Mm-hmm.
And I take out my scimitars and I bang them on the floor and create a nice little vibration movement just to distract them, and hopefully they'll turn away from my family and come towards me.
Okay, you're making your way down this aisle, dragging your scimitars on the ground, clang, 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 clang as you go. You make it the full 30 feet, nothing happens.
And then I'm going to keep going the rest of my 30 feet then.
So you're gonna dash.
Yeah.
You're making your way towards the exit at the far end of the room. You're just seeing Mira Bell sneaking out past the body of the fungus. You've been unmolested your entire walk down this aisle. Like nothing, absolutely nothing has happened to you. You're not even sweaty.
Grabby fungus.
Okay. I would like to, as I pass the body, just get a look at the guy's face and everything like that, just in case I need to look like him later.
Okay, make a perception check. And because of the nature in which you did it, make it a disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, you kind of, it was a secondary thought.
Okay, then it was
Okay.
just a 9.
Yeah,
then.
okay, good to know. You saw his face at about a 9. You could pick him out of a lineup of guys who look completely different than he.
Okay, that would be my turn, I guess.
Okay. Fungus.
Yes.
Lapis.
Roll low.
All right, here we go. That's a 3. So I have to roll how many attacks it rolls. It's going to roll
Okay.
3 against you.
Okay.
All right. That's a 19.
That hits.
That's a 5.
Nope.
That is a 10 plus 2, 12.
Nope.
All right, so the 19. Oh man, that's 2 points of damage for you. That's all right. There's 3 other ones to attack. That's one attack. It's gonna go after Jaide. That's a 12 to hit.
Nope.
That's 2 attacks. After Lapis, that's a 2 to hit and a 17 to hit.
No, 17 does not hit.
You gotta be kidding. Nice going.
I have an 18 armor class. Boo boo.
All right, here's the last one on Eula. That's 2 attacks. That is a 11, 13. Misses. That is an 18.
That hits.
Okay. And that is going to do 5 points of necrotic damage.
Halved. Because I am an ASMR.
All right, the tentacles just whipping around, flailing, smacking onto Lapis, lapping onto Eula. But compared to what you saw Mira take, you're actually doing all right for the moment.
Not hard to be better than that.
I like how he says for the moment.
That's Eula. You're up.
Okay. I am going to run. I'm going to run like Mira did and try to be like sneaky about it.
I have sausage in my pocket if you need it.
Don't throw it. Just don't
You're gonna
throw
run.
it.
Like, are you about to
Throw
run?
my dance.
All right, so I'm gonna have you make a stealth check, Eula.
19.
All right.
And I'm going to use my movement and my action to lightly.
And you make your way stealthily. Now you guys have seen the example. You've watched Mira do it. Eula, as you're making your way towards Mira, you can actually hear Allie on the other side. Thinking to them, he didn't seem to have a harder time as we did. But you make it just past the clearing of fungus, safe away from the reach of these creatures. That's your turn, unless you have anything else.
Nope, that's it.
Jaide, you're up.
I'm going to sneak on in that direction.
Make a stealth check.
Sneak on, sneak it on.
Sweet potatoes. Oh, thank heavens. 17 plus 23.
Okay.
Ooh.
I assume you take both your movement and your action
Yes.
to move, and you make your way past Lapis even. Like it's kind of like, see ya.
What I was there for.
I'm gonna go behind you. You get to go behind her.
Just whispering, did you have the bacon?
Your staff held out horizontally. You make it just past her into the clearing where you emerge to see reunited
And it
Eula,
feels so good.
Mira, and Allie. It's like, hey, what are you doing here? Lapis, you're up.
I'm going to follow suit. I'm going to attempt to do what they did and stealthily
Of course you are. Roll your
get
stealth
the
check
fuck
at
out of
disadvantage.
that room. 10 and 13. So 12.
12.
Have sausage ready to throw. We'll get you.
I think I have another piece of bacon too.
Say that gets me out of the room.
We could throw a whole IHOP platter across.
Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity, coming right at you.
Yeah.
All right, with the 12, the tentacles continue to flail about looking for you. Your armor doesn't allow you to be quite as quiet as Mira or Eula or Jaide. However, clanking aside, you make your way just beyond their reach, slowly, but safely, to the end of the room. And while you guys recover, I want to make my way to another part of the dungeon. Nesrin, your face is horror-struck as you watch the young girl's bleeding wound open. Two creatures enter the dark cavern, and they make their way towards the woman sitting at the desk. Good to know. Tie these two up. Make sure they're secure. Langdadrosa, may I have a word with you, please? And the two of them exit the corridor. The girl falls to her butt, winded, pained, as the two kobold wrench her arms behind her and tightly tie them. The kobolds then make their way towards you, and the kobolds begin to tie you with your hands behind your back. Proceed to sit you on the ground, roughly, as they make their way out of the room with their superiors.
So are we alone in the room together now?
The best you can tell.
And where is she in position to me?
You guys are about 12 feet away from each other in the center of the room on the floor.
Is my back towards her? Is my front towards her?
You're not turned directly to her, but you kind of catapult her in the space where you could turn your upper torso toward her.
So I'm going to scooch my way closer to her to kind of help assess her wound.
Just for my own edification, make a athletics check.
Yeah, that's 3. So I.
It's harder than you think. Your hands are tied behind you, and you try to scoot towards her, and for a while, it just looks vaguely pornographic. It doesn't. You're not making any progress. You're not moving anywhere. You're moving your torso and hip, but you're not getting any traction. And then you fall forward onto the ground to boot. So you're kind of leaned onto your side with your hands behind your back.
I just look at her and I say, I think I'll just stay right here. But by chance, are you the sister of Mira?
You know, she grimaces from the pain of the new wound. And she says, you know my sister? How do you know my sister?
I do know your sister. I met her when we were journeying. She was looking for you.
She's here?
No, she's not here. I met her when she was looking for you.
When was this? Where?
First, are you all right? You're injured.
I'll be fine. They're relatively gullible. Put on a good enough show, they'll give you what you want. Right now, I'm hoping to buy as much time as I can.
From what I hear, they believe that you turned. I'm assuming that was the show you're talking about.
I hope so.
So, what is it that they want? What information have you gotten?
They think they're going to resurrect some dragon. They must first amass a fortune. Gold, gems, anything that a dragon would find appealing. They're calling it a horde. They need to build their numbers, develop acolytes.
So that's why they're looting all the villages and cities. That's why they're taking all the prisoners.
I guess.
But what direction are they taking it all? Where are they headed from here?
I've been in here for a few days. What's going on? Her attempts to find me. My parents, are they?
Your parents are fine and well. Listen, I don't know who's listening to us right now, and I can't say very much. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
But I need every detail you can give me. And I will make sure that we get out of here alive.
And she starts to talk just as softly as she can. Do you have a way to reach someone on the outside world?
I don't have a way to reach someone at this moment. I don't know where anyone likely is, but I know they're going to come.
Make a deception check. I let you have a couple for free.
Oh, that's a natural 20. Better than my 3 butt scooch thing. My deception, it's 25 with my deception.
Okay. I assume if my parents got away, then that's our best shot. They'll maybe send people. If they didn't, then I'm going wherever they go after this. They've been waiting on these eggs. They're adamant that they had to stay behind to look after the eggs. But then she's already got plans to leave, and he's hoping to stay behind. He's a nasty one, and I can tell you he's looking for a fight.
But she's in charge, yes.
Of the two of them?
Yes.
I'm certain of it.
How many eggs are there? Do you know?
I don't know. 2 or 3 at least.
Do you have any idea of our surroundings? How to navigate this place? I don't remember how I got here.
I came one night. It was dark in the cavern. They didn't cover my eyes, but I couldn't see in the dark, and he was able to lead me here without a torch or anything. Listen, I think I have an idea. Do you have any reason to think that maybe my sister might know that I'm still behind, or did she believe that I'd gone on?
I can tell you this. Your sister has never given up hope on you. I think we should hold out here as long as we can.
Okay. Then we're going to have to take a few bumps and bruises, I'm guessing. Okay. My sister's... She's a lot of things. But mostly she's not going to give up. I don't think she has any idea what she'd be walking into. She'd need help. She's capable, but nothing like this. Is there any chance that she was traveling with other people that could help her?
I think we should.
The two kobolds re-enter the room, followed by Sai and Wrath. You have just, if you want to finish what you're saying, you need to roll a deception check.
Okay.
If not, you have to leave it at that.
19.
Okay. You're talking in a muffled voice and hoping that you can't be seen. Do you want to finish your statement to her?
Yes. Because I've been curious about all this.
That right there is a 17. And when you add to it, oh, that's a 19. That's just a perfect match. We just matched right up. Okay, that's good to know. All right. They enter the room. Well, we're learning more and more every moment. Take her to Fulham. The kobolds lift you up and take you into the next room. So, let us talk, woman to woman. I don't want to hurt you, but I do need to know what you know. So I'll make this clear to you. Tell me what I want to know and live. Refuse me, and I have no reason to keep you alive. Are we understanding one another?
Perfectly.
Good.
Perfectly.
Good.
Don't have really anything to give you, though. That's the problem. I don't have any information.
Oh, but you do, my dear. You do. First of all, Leosin Alantha has been a thorn in my side for far too long. But he is not a fool, and he did not send you alone. Am I to understand that he is with you in your party?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. How many more of you are there?
Just one more. Just a simple guard named Highland that he hired from the keep. We're here on behalf of money, that's it.
That is excellent information. You're being so helpful, my dear. And she stares deep, deep, deep into your eyes. I'm going to have you make a deception check.
Please, God. 22.
Oh, good.
No.
I want so badly to believe you,
I want...
but I don't. So I tell you what I'll do. I gotta be careful that she doesn't turn into Dolores Umbridge.
Gary write some
Tell lies.
I'm gonna have you make a dex save,
Lathander's blessing you from afar.
Thank you.
but not actually.
No, not actually. I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm giving blessing.
Nineteen.
Likes Nessie.
Oh,
I got +4 on my dex. That's
okay.
got a lot of things going for me. Strength, not so much. Can't do shit there.
Okay.
name Squash of Blood.
You're standing there as she looks you in the eye, walks away, turns her back to you, cups her hands in front of her, and then lifts her hand in the air as flame like radiance descends on you. And just before it hits, you're able to move clear. Your hair and clothes smelling of burning. Now, I like to make a point. So I want to be clear we understand each other. Because my way is so much more fun than the brutes. Who came with you? Don't lie.
Leeson came with us.
And
a girl. Girl I don't even know. Look at me. Do you think that I'm here for any particular reason other than some sort of personal gain? I'm not a hero. I'm not an adventurer. I have no choice but to be here. Why do you think I would know anything?
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Fuck. That would have been really good. Well, that is a 1.
Oh.
So
Your hands are tied behind your back, and she looks at your eyes as you are making this desperate plea. You are good. Cyan Wrath, now please. And you hear the striking of metal and a scream that is let out from the other room that is blood curdling.
oh shit.
I tell you what I'll do. I'll tell my spies within these caverns that they should only be fighting one other person. While you mourn the death of your friend. And she walks.
Wait, I'll talk to you, please. Don't hurt her. I really am
She walks
not
away.
a hero.
She's walking away towards the other room.
I'm not a hero. I am not an adventurer.
She's walking away.
There's 4 of us. 4 of us.
She stops. I'm interested.
My 4 siblings and I.
Your 4 siblings. And what is your name, child?
Nesrin.
Nesrin. Who?
Nesrin Calasol. Of Baldur's Gate.
Are these your siblings, the Calisols?
Yes.
Name them now.
Arin Calasol. Jennison Calasol. Brakmir Calasol.
Don't you fuck.
And Frund Calasol.
Make a deception check.
Oh my god.
Okay. Natural 20.
She lies.
Fuck you.
25 plus my deception.
Fran
sweating
Calso's
really
come over,
bad.
y'all.
Jimmy Bob Calisol coming in.
Jimmy Buffett Calisol.
Brockmeyer Calsol.
My pits are so sweaty.
They're coming in hot.
I was like,
Good. That is good to know, Nesrin Calisol. We'll It will allow us to make this so much easier. I don't want to kill your friends. However, I know that you're a liar. Perhaps not about this. There were 6 of you total.
And Leeson.
You said they came with only 4.
I said 4 and myself plus Leeson.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
My God.
Please be good. 15.
I would take it into consideration. She takes you by the scruff of your neck. She pushes you forward into the room where you just left. You see blood on the ground, copious amounts of blood, but no sign of the girl. You see one of the kobold standing next to Langadrodrosa. She pushes you to the ground. Rather hard. Make a dexterity save. Make a save against my roll.
13, 14, 17.
Okay. You just avoid being damaged by the fall, but it's harsh. And you fall, your gown, your own clothes soaked in the blood that you find on the floor. She turns to you and says, "You see, I keep my promises. You may grieve now." And she leaves the room.
What have you done with her?
Langadrodrosa
Son of a bitch.
I hate
laughs as he walks out. Okay, that's it, Nesrin. That's you.
Cool.
Party.
Guys, quit fucking around with the fungus and get your asses here.
I'm trying.
You're at the end of that room. You can look ahead and see what appears to be a pretty big open cavernous space again. You're getting deeper into these caverns, so it's darker still. You don't see much in this space. There are a few of the fungus that made up the bulk of the area before that are dotted throughout this area, but chiefly it's empty, or it seems to be empty.
Can we see like the exit?
Of this next room?
Yeah, through.
Allie, you could see more than most, and you can see where it curves around both to the left and to the right. You could see that it goes a great ways further, and that it's probably a pretty heavy drop off forward.
Since I'm at the front of the group, I'll say, all right, let's stick together quietly and just go through this room quietly as best we can, okay? Quietly, and I say that specifically to Lapis.
I'm trying. Clink, 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 clink.
I do it too.
Just a minute. I put my hands on Mira's shoulder and cast Cure Wounds. Mira, you get 11 hit points.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, wow.
That should heal you.
That is. I am.
7 + 4.
I'm ready. I am good. Thank you. That's amazing.
Everybody, I need you to take really good care of yourselves because those are finite.
Understand. I have some just in case. But let's go through, look for traps, anything, keep your eyes and ears peeled. Got it?
Yes.
You said there was fungi in this room, right?
Little patches, not nearly as many as the first room.
Uh-huh.
Do they seem to take notice of us?
Well, I assume you haven't moved, really.
Keep my eyes open and check the floor, ceiling, walls.
Mira, can you help us look for traps?
I would love to. what can I see? What can I look around?
Why don't you just go ahead and make a perception check?
Perception check. 15.
Okay. You are taking a look for everything you can take in this room. And the first thing you notice as you try not to move too far into the space, or at least slowly doing so, you notice that there are several dead bats littering the floor. And that draws your eyes up. And you see that the ceiling is covered in the outlines of bats. It is like a carpet of bats. You know that one false move and they will panic and startle.
Is this a good time? Lapis, can't you pass without a trace, or is that
Can. Would that help with the bats and the fungus, though?
If we have to sneak through here,
Yep. Then we will use.
So I take it that you just translate everything I said to them?
Yes, of course. There are bats on the ceiling. Shh, I'm whispering because they have sonar. And dead bats on the floor. I don't know why they're dead, but they're there. Shh.
It looks like we have a bat murderer here.
something killed the bat.
Mira, as you're trying to tell them this, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh, geez.
Just the roll, no advantage or
No,
anything.
no,
like
no
that.
advantage. It's just a straight roll.
18.
Ooh.
All right. So you're telling them all this stuff, keeping your voice down. Even when you get excited, your voice gets more animated and slower, but it doesn't get much louder. And you give them the example that you want to set for them as far as how they must conduct themselves in this particular part of the cavern.
We have to be sneaky.
We should keep the light down then. And I'll
Well,
clasp my hand around the coin.
I have dark vision. Does anyone else have dark vision that'll help us? Okay. Then maybe we should take point.
Take point. You're shadowed.
All right. Let's
We leave no tracks.
sneak through. Be careful. I take point.
Jaide is probably bumping shoulders with Alec because he's already started walking.
I know I'm in the middle.
Should I take up the rear?
Then I'll sandwich between Lapis and Eula.
We want to circle around me.
Now I need, in that order, Ali, Jaide, Lapis, Mira, Eula. I need you to go ahead and make your stealth check, and you get your plus 10 to add to it.
So 26.
Oh, wow.
24.
Now I roll well.
You don't add the plus whatever, you just add plus 10.
You still do.
You get your stuff plus her 10.
Okay. 27.
That's a 30 for me. Sorry.
With pass without a trace and my +3, we are at 15.
Damn.
What on earth is happening?
But the average is very good.
You guys are super mindful of this space, making your way down the short stairs into this large cavernous opening. You can't help but look up into the ceiling above you. This nestled group of sleeping bats, just with these tiny, uncomfortable squeaks. But you notice that not all of the shapes have the same size. There's something among these bats. One larger draped black figure, two, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, an eighth, a ninth, a 10th. These large creatures lying among these bats, heaving their breath moves up and down as they stand upside down on the ceiling.
Thanks.
But your ability to stealth close to Lapis is making this an easy passage for you. I want you all to make one more stealth check.
Can I ask for Lathander's guidance?
Oh, sure.
Making sure it works.
You can ask.
That one was a 17 for me.
Do we still get the +10 on top of it?
Yes, you do.
25.
20.
20 for me.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
So that's
Yay.
24 plus 5 is 29 plus 10 is 39. I am invisible.
Boom, you are invisible.
You were like an entire ninja parade.
You're nearly halfway through the cavern.
Shut up.
What is coming into view is a set of stone steps forward. To your right, there is a small corridor with about 6 to 8 steps leading down. Even as you enter this area, you start to feel the natural temperature of the room drop significantly. To your left, you hear the sound of creatures, more aggressive snarls, low grumbling. That noise even makes you a little uncomfortable. And it would be the loudest thing in the room, except for, "Hello, friends. So glad you could join us.
Fuck me.
I'm thrilled to introduce myself to the Colossal family." I have someone you may be missing. You look back, and at the far end of the fungus room, elevated 10 feet on the plateau at the top of the collapsed steps, lit in the torchlight of a nearby kobold, is Langdadrosa Cyanrath, holding before him, his hand at the back of her neck, a blood-soaked Nesrin. You may be looking for this. Come and get her. And he simply throws her behind him and says, "Come for me!" in his loudest voice. The bats and sturges above you, in their panic, descend in the space on top of you. And that's where we'll end our session.
Yay!
Let's play tomorrow.
How the fuck can he see us?
I know we had fucking Eula like a speck of dust drifting in the wind.
All right, Calisol clan.
Yes, that's us.
Oh yes, the Calisol.
Frond and Erwin and
I already know what Jade's gonna do.
Brockmire.
Brockmire.
And Brockmire.
I can't wait till we do this again.
Who knows? Maybe Lapis will just convert.
Yes.
Oh man.
That would
Oh,
be
there you
awesome.
go.
On the
That
other
seems
side.
likely.
Screw you people.
We'll just all join the cult.
She's like, yes, Jim Jones.
Do you have that cup of Kool-Aid? I will chug
Well,
that.
I will drink it up.
Hey everybody, go out and vote. I don't know if we said
Yeah,
it.
please,
Right,
whatever
go
you
out
do,
and
go out and vote.
Vote.
Go out and vote. In the meantime, we want you guys to stay safe. Have fun, but be kind
Mm-hmm.
Please.
and play the role.
Do it.
So Susan, I thought you were just gonna like do a couple recordings with us. Surprise!
I'm
We don't
so
get
happy.
anything quick.
I love it.